Why the Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull is one of the best dog. Introduction to the Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull. The Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull breed is a popular working and sporting dog breed known for its loyalty, athleticism, and intelligence. This breed is a good choice for those looking for a dog that excels at various roles due to its muscular build, high energy level, and protective nature. Here we will discuss the history and origins of the Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull, its physical characteristics, temperament and personality traits, training requirements, and potential as a family pet, working dog, and sporting dog. Physical attributes. They have a broad, deep chest, well-defined muscles, and a strong jaw. These dogs have a short coat that can come in various colors, including red, black, brindle, and more. Their eyes are usually round and expressive, radiating a sense of intelligence and alertness. On average, male Red Boy Jocko Pit Bulls can weigh between 35 to 65 pounds, 16 to 29 kilograms, while females generally range from 30 to 60 pounds, 14 to 27 kilograms. Lifespan. The lifespan of a Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull can vary depending on various factors, including genetics, diet, exercise, and overall care. On average, this breed tends to live between 10 to 15 years. However, with proper nutrition, regular veterinary care, and a healthy lifestyle, it is possible for some dogs to exceed this average and live even longer, bringing joy and companionship to their owners for many years. Remember, responsible ownership and providing a loving environment are crucial for ensuring the longevity and well-being of your dog. Conclusion. In conclusion, owning a Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull can be a rewarding experience for the right owner. They are loyal, affectionate, and intelligent dogs that thrive in a loving and structured environment. Responsible ownership includes understanding their history and origins, providing proper training and socialization, addressing their health needs, and ensuring they receive adequate exercise and mental stimulation. It is important to approach owning a Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull with an open mind and a commitment to their well-being. Educating oneself about the breed and seeking guidance from experienced breeders or trainers can help ensure a successful and fulfilling relationship with this unique breed. With the right care, love, and attention, a Red Boy Jocko Pit Bull can become a beloved member of the family.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, man. Some people ain't. Like I always tell you, y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. If you're really playing too lazy right now to move, don't forget to hit it before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all the new subscribers that drop down on the channel, that's rocking with the channel. Don't forget to drop down in them comments like you always do. And big salute to all my brothers and sisters down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to my brothers and sisters down in the chat. We got some dog news. We got a lot of dog news. And we got some dog talk for the day. You know, hope everybody having a great day, having a great evening. Gonna have, it depends on when you watch this video. Like I always say, big shouts out to my folk over there in the UK. Big shouts out to all my folk in Africa. Big shouts to all my folk in South America. You know, and you know, it's big shots to all my folk in the US of A, all my folk in Canada, yeah. Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to them the way I always do, man. Fair and unbiased, you know, raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? I want to send a big shout out to Brother Ed Volantin for supporting and donating to the channel. Big salute and big shout out to Miss Tracy for supporting and donating to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to everybody that be rocking, supporting, and donating to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into that dog talk and news for the day. You know, let's get into that for the day. First off, I'm going to start off, you know, with a little bit of news. We're going to talk about a woman who shot her dog, you know what I'm saying, and she left him on the side of the road. But the thing about it, when she left him on the side of the road, you already know what I'm about to say. You always think nobody don't see. You always think somebody you doing something nobody don't see. Dropped him off on the side of the road. Somebody saw. Got the bullet out the dog. The dog is recovering now, and you know how that go. Far as them finding her or locking her up or whatever. So we're gonna get into that little bit of news first to start this thing off. We're waiting on our brothers and sisters to get up in this thing because we got some stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got some stuff to talk about today, like we always do. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all my dog brothers out there, them dog channels. Big salute to my man Samurai Kennel. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Brother Fat Bill. Big salute to Going Hard Kennel. Big salute to Dog Man TV. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all them brothers. Southern Triple J. Big salute to all them brothers, man. PBK9s. All right, let's get into it. Woman, shoot a dog, leave it on the side of the road. Police find out about it. Let's get into it.
Washington woman has been arrested in a horrific case of animal abuse. It started last November when a lineman crew found an English retriever hurt in a ditch near Mount St. Helens. The dog had been shot in the head and had his snout duct taped. Well, yesterday, detectives arrested his previous owner in Castle Rock. 33-year-old Jessica Rosita Schmidt is now charged with first-degree animal cruelty. The good news is the dog, now named Trooper, recovered from his injuries, and miraculously, really, he has since been adopted.
I want to send a big shout out and big salute, big thanks to all the brothers and sisters that just joined us. You know what I'm saying? That just jumped in. We're about to get this thing rolling. We're just waiting on a whole bunch more people to get in here. Waiting on a whole bunch more people to get in here. Big salute to my man City Boy Kennels out there. Big salute to my man Marcel Shepherd out there. Big salute to all them brothers, man, holding it down with them dogs. This next story, because I'm going to mix this thing up. I'm going to give you some news. I'm going to give you some dog talk. I got enough of it to spread around. See, I tell y'all boys, man. I tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always have to send a salute and shout outs to them boys, them dog channels, man. Excuse me, them men. Them dog channels doing their thing the best they can do it. You know what I'm saying? Then you got these other brothers. Because, see, I found out, man. These dog brothers, they don't want dog talk. They want mess. You know what I'm saying? They don't want dog info, real dog info that can help them in modern day time. You know what I'm saying? They want mess, bullshit. Bullshit. Hey, some folk don't got nothing to lose. Some folk do. Some folk don't got nothing going on, period. Some folk do. You know what I'm saying? Some folk be jealous of other brothers. Some folk ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some folk just do their thing. Some folk don't. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Some folk, the stuff brothers be scared to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give a quick example because I'm going to speak on the book stuff as well throughout this whole thing. So if you want to listen to some of the book topics we about to talk about, I'm going to get into that as well, for if you're thinking about writing. Some brothers will be scared to start their story. Some brothers will be scared to start and make all the excuses in the world why they didn't start. And then when another brother do his, you got everything to say about it. Everything to say about it. Or let me put it like this. You be scared to do something. Another brother go put his foot down and do it. And instead of you saying, yo, big ups, how you did that, or this, trying to politic with that person, you go knock that person. You go knock them and try to do the same exact thing they doing. You didn't have the courage to do it. Just like y'all, a lot of y'all clowns in Conway. I keep saying Conway because I gotta stress that, But folk do this all across the world, all across the country for sure. The American way. Y'all brothers sit around with all that money in your pocket and your self-esteem low and your confidence low. You won't go out there and holler at no girls until you see one of them brothers who you feel like you better than, holler at that girl, and then you go try to holler at that same girl. You know what I'm saying? And I see it all the time. You think, you see these brothers, oh, they got this, they got that, they got this. They won't even say nothing to that chick. You know what I'm saying? Won't even say nothing to the lady. Intimidated. intimidated by, especially if she got her own money. You know, intimidated by. And then when you see a brother who they feel like they better than, who they feel like they got more money than, who they feel like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. Or he go holler at her. You know what I'm saying? She feeling him. Now, he go on try to holler at all. He was scared all before. You know, only reason he ain't scared now because that man did it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all only thrive off your brother man doing something. Once your brother man do it, then you got the heart to do something. You know, it just is what it is. It is what it is. That's why we'll never have another Black Wall Street like back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You never have another one. How you gonna have it? When soon as one brother get up, instead of, oh, you bigging him up, congratulating him, let him help you figure out how to get up the same way he did. No, you go tear him down and try to do the same exact thing he did and don't know how he did it. But hey, man, that's the American way, like I said, man. That's the American way, and that's definitely the bulldog way, you know? Definitely the bulldog way. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, you know, this shit ain't gonna get no better. This bulldog game ain't gonna get no better. It ain't gonna get nothing but worse. I'm talking about this American pit bull, game dog, terrier people. You know what I'm saying? That group of dogs is never gonna get better. The way it is, the way I see it going, I can't see it get no better, and I'd be lying to you if I said that it was gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that can get better is for the brothers that's done got it in their head that they making other moves, doing their thing other ways. You know what I'm saying? That way, you just gotta separate yourself from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because the bullshit is gonna stay bullshit. They all the bullshit think they something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like them female crackheads. You know, you can tell one a mile away how she walking because she thinks she a queen. You know what I'm saying? I can go to any city and state, look at that lady walking down the street, and I can tell if she's smoking or not. Not all of them now. Not all of them. Just the ones you know who I'm talking about. They walk the same damn way from state to damn state. You know, the same way I say them dudes only holler at them girls, when them dudes who they think they better than holler at them, and they go try to backstab them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got that confidence. They got a couple dollars, you know, look good and all that when it come to dressing up, the diamonds and all that. But on the inside, they ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? So when they see another brother do it, you know, they go do it. Same way, all the way around the board, man. All the way around the board. You know, and that's why the bulldog game gonna be where it's at. That's why these brothers who are excelling, like, I'm trying to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? The next brother trying to do his thing. You got brothers like Chico over there doing their thing. You got brothers in this pit bull game, this dog game, doing their thing. And the only way you can do your thing is to separate yourself from these bullshit ass people in the swamps. You know what I'm saying? The man don't call the shit the swamps for nothing. You know, it is what it is. A lot of y'all don't want to acknowledge the swamps. A lot of y'all don't want to acknowledge the ignorant shit that goes on in the swamps that keeps everybody held down day after day, month after month, year after year with this same old bullshit when it comes to these American pit bull terriers. You know what I'm saying? Same old shit. You know all the bloodlines, you know all the pedigrees, but hell, you don't know all the politics and all the shit in the middle that'll make this game the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't know all that. We got some dog news, dog talk today. You know what I'm saying? A lot of serious stuff to talk about, and I'm trying to figure out where my brother's head at, or what it is, when it comes to these dogs, man. You know, but I got to get into this next article. You know, we got a woman arrested for the second time. She arrested for the second time for owning a pit bull, for owning a dog kennel illegally. She got a dog kennel open illegally. She's locked up for the second time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that. And that's why I tell my brothers, a lot of times, especially when you selling a lot of dogs or you supposedly got a kennel and you selling dogs and stuff like that, you know, see, my name is Pelican Bay Kennels. That's a name. You know what I'm saying? Pelican Bay Kennels is me. No matter if I got a dog, no matter if I got a schnauzer, as long as I'm continuing to be in the dog game, Pelican Bay Kennels is me. It doesn't represent a particular kennel of dogs. You know what I'm saying? It represents me. It's not saying, oh, this is a kennel. I got a kennel and it needs to be licensed, and I gotta make sure it's insurance and all that other stuff right, and the registration for the dogs and everything right. I ain't talking about 80 bit, I'm talking about with the city. You know what I'm saying? So when you call yourself owning a kennel and you selling these dogs, a lot of times they go to them people who are selling dogs outside of the pit bulls, like them Chihuahuas and Frenchies and all these other things. You know, when you're operating a kennel and it's not licensed, you don't got the right paperwork down for it, and you calling it a kennel and you selling dogs, calling it a kennel. That's why I had to make show you the difference between what I say Pelican Bay Kennel. I don't got no kennel of dogs I'm selling. Like, oh, this is a licensed kennel. You know what I'm saying? It's just my name figuratively. Pelican Bay Canines, Pelican Bay Kennels. Either way, either how you want to put it. Now, if I go get a building, like a shelter or some type building, like a dog pound type building, go get a building, turn it to a kennel, sell dogs out of it, you know, then, you know, once they license and all that type of stuff with the city and the state and all that, then I can call that a kennel, you know, and that's what they talking about. This woman has been locked up 2 times for selling dogs without calling themselves a kennel. Maybe somebody can learn something from that. You know, we always try to say that a brother or sister can at least get one thing that they can learn from this show or this channel every time they watch each video. At least one thing, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this one thing be, don't play with them folk when it come to talking about you got a kennel selling dogs and you selling a lot of dogs. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not gonna mess with you about no 1 or 2 dogs and nothing like that, no 1 or 2 puppies. You know, it's just the brothers and sisters that's selling that thing, you know what I'm saying? Moving them puppies, litter after litter, you know, year after year. So y'all check this out. Woman arrested, 2nd time owning a kennel. That's illegal. Pelican Bay.
News at 10, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office rearrested a woman accused of running an illegal kennel. Anne Marie Green has been charged with another 15 criminal counts for her, quote, hellacious treatment of animals. Green previously faced just 1 animal cruelty charge. Sheriff Kevin White said thanks to the tips and the hard work of investigators, Green is now, quote, the one locked in a cage. Green is being held without bond.
Thank you to my sisters and my brothers that's just tuning in. You're tuning in to Pelican Bay Canines Dog Talk and News and Dog Talk, however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Hirsch holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. A lot of them hate me, but you about to see why. You know, you about to see why. Because we don't play no bullshit over here. You know what I'm saying? We don't play no bullshit over here. Like I tell them, my brothers and sisters, salute, like I say to my brothers in the UK. But they mad at the Bay because I was around back in the day. It ain't my fault the Bay was around back in the day. Because I said, oh man, I wanted to be curious when I was 14, 15, go out there, tell my mom when I was 14, I want that pit bull man over there selling cross in the field, mixed breed dog. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my fault. I always loved dogs. Like I said before, the Rottweiler, the Rottweiler, the Doberman mix. When I was in elementary school, the German Shepherd I had in elementary school, got from my uncle. You know, it's been started. I've been loved dogs. But just like any other brother, start seeing them pit bulls, 13, 14, I had to go get me one from out the field. Nitty, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out, big salute to Justice. You know, my name was Bam Bam. You know what I'm saying? I had it all white. You know, but it wasn't my fault that I was around back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers the same age, if not older than me, and you think you ain't the same age because you 2 years younger than me. Buddy, listen here, 5 years younger than me, we all the same age. You know what I'm saying? We all the same age. You know, like I said, my glory days with Bo happened when I was 20, 21, 22, 23, around that age. You know what I'm saying? You know, so what's the excuse for a lot of y'all other brothers? You know, I can't help that, man. So that's what they be mad about. They be mad because I tell them I'm done with that. They be mad because I tell them I done got my rep up with them dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 50 years old and never got a reputation off them dogs, and I need to push the issue bad because I'm trying to show them boys that I can do this with them dogs. Listen here, man. I did that shit when I was 19, 20. You know, big kennels, big bucks, no whammies. You know what I'm saying? Big kennels. You know, when I speak of Crossroad and all them brothers, I was 19, 18, 17 rocking with them boys or rocking with that brother. You know what I'm saying? When I speak on Big John them, 17, 18, 19, rocking with them brothers. When I bought the Red John dog off of Champion Red John, which I named Chester, you know, I think I was about 18, because when I got Bo, I was about 20, 21, going on 22. But hey, it just is what it is, man. Some folk gonna like it, some folk ain't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers is show how childish y'all be sometimes with the way y'all get emotional and mad about certain things, and then y'all hold grudges about bullshit. You know how many times y'all done told me my dog was bullshit? You think I care? And I'll still turn around a couple days later after we done, you know, calm down a little bit, laugh and kick the shit with you. You know, because I don't hold it personal. At the end of the day, you know why? Because I did that. I did that, man. A lot of y'all brothers ain't never did it, and you're lying about it, and you get mad when a brother expose you about it. You know what I'm saying? Take Facebook away from a lot of y'all brothers so you can't lie and tell them bullshit stories you tell, and your dog game wouldn't exist, period. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't be on YouTube, you know, because when them brothers get on YouTube, that's what I'm telling y'all brothers, y'all dog brothers who want to venture out here and get on YouTube, everybody that get on YouTube must go through the test. You got them dogs with them champions and them pedigrees. They want them brothers in them chats, want to know what them champions did, who they went into them with. You know what I'm saying? We talking about old days. We ain't talking about no modern day stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to my brothers who always talking about down in the next brother's dogs, or either anybody who get on YouTube. Once you start posting them champions, them brothers start getting in your chats. You know, it's all good when you ain't got nobody following your page. You think you're getting away with it. When people start following your page and they start looking at them pedigrees, start talking about what this did and what that did and who he beat, or listen here, the boys want to know. A lot of brothers done came up here, a lot of well-known brothers that can't vouch for none of the champions they had. We done spoke on a whole bunch of dogs. You know what I'm saying? We done talked about Dark Society with Hitler and Hitman. He had champions. He couldn't tell what neither one of them went into. No names for the dogs. We can care less who the people was. Just dogs' names that they took out. Just somebody that can validate and say Hitman or Hitler was the champion. Michael Myers, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Peddlerless dog like he was the greatest thing on the West Coast. Same thing. Dog never been bit by a fucking mosquito. You know? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm going to keep giving y'all that dog news real quick, because once I get into this dog talk, I ain't going to want to stop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to want to stop. So I'm going to give y'all some more of this dog news. And the thing I want to ask y'all real quick before we get into this article right here is, what causes a person to, you know, they say it's a woman out there for every man. You know, whether she ugly, pretty, or whatever, it's a man out there for every woman. Whether he ugly, handsome, whatever, however. Everybody is somebody for them. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody for them. But my question to y'all brothers and sisters, you know, that's what I speak to. I mean, it is what it is. I know America's screwed up right now. They trying to make another race in between the brothers and the sisters. But I'm speaking to the brothers and the sisters. What makes a person? Now, I know if I see an ugly girl over there, and I'd be like, damn, man, what he see in there? But it's like I just said, it's somebody for everybody. That man see joy, happiness, love, whatever he see it in her. But what makes a person see or get sexually aroused by an animal, by a dog? What makes a person get sexually aroused by a dog? Enough talking about it, man. Second time in a row. Just got caught last year doing it to a dog. Let her ass out of jail. And she done got hold to another penis again. Let's get into it.
Tonight, a woman accused of sex acts with a dog in Jones County last year is now facing similar charges out of Forest County, according to investigators. Denise Frazier was booked into the Forest County jail on a felony charge of unnatural intercourse and attempted unnatural intercourse. Skylar English is charged with accessory. This is video from last year when Frazier was hauled into the Jones County courtroom after being accused of a similar crime there. She's been out on bond from that charge. Jones County deputies tell us they got a tip that Frazier committed a similar crime in Forest County, and then that information was passed along to agencies here. Frazier and English were in court this morning and received a $10,000 bond for each charge. Frazier will remain in jail, though, because investigators say her bond on the Jones County charge was revoked by the judge this morning. You can read more background at WDAM.com.
Now, big salute, big shout out to all my brothers and sisters that be writing, that be holding it down, you know what I'm saying, doing their writing thing. Like I said before, no matter if it's poems, raps, books, no matter what you writing, you know, magazines, whatever you writing. You know, big shout out all my brothers. But we're going to talk about this for a few seconds, and then we're going to get back to that, you know, to dog talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak on the audio book. Big salute and shout out to all my brothers and sisters that watch, listen to the Top Dog audio book. You know what I'm saying? I wrote half of that about 4 years ago, and the other half I wrote after I let y'all hear the first half. You know what I'm saying? Off the fly. And it was hard because this is the hardest time I had to write a book because I couldn't focus on just the book. When I wrote all my other books, you know, I was just writing. I wasn't on YouTube doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, training, doing this. You know what I'm saying? I just had time to focus on my writing. I go to work, come back home, do what I got to do when I get to my place, but nothing else outside of writing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to activities, far as extracurricular stuff. But now, you know, I found it a little hard, but the thing I want to say is I learned some stuff and I figured out some stuff at the same time. You know, because when you're writing, you know, you always got to have a proofreader and all that type of stuff. You got to go through all that before you even publish your book. You know what I'm saying? I write it. I read it over. You know, I edit it myself. I get somebody else to proofread it. You know what I'm saying? See how they like it. See, there's a thing about writing something. And the thing about the Top Dog, and that's why I appreciate everybody that rock with me with that, because understand, that's what you call a rough draft when you writing stuff. And the reason why I will call it a rough draft is because you get new ideas. Okay, now boom, what I do is this is what you do. And this is where more modern technology come in at, because when I wrote these other books, I didn't think of this then. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I go back and I listen to it. If I wanted to put it out in a paperback book, or if I wanted to do something else with it, I go back, I listen to it. And I do this before I put it out. You know, this is something I would have did before I even let y'all listen to it. I go back, I listen to it. I correct things that need to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? Because when you writing fast, no matter how good you think you is, you always gonna make little mistakes. You know, and that's what the technology as far as the Grammarly. Grammarly is a good program for my brothers and sisters that do a lot of writing. You know, go check out Grammarly.com. It's a editor source. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, you're going fast, you're missing stuff, but having it like this on audio, I can listen to it. I can add stuff. I can add chapters. I can add events. I can add characters. I can take this away. I can add this. You know, it's when it comes to being creative, there is no limit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell brothers, be creative, because when you use your creativity, there's no limit to what you can do. You know? And see, this is what I didn't understand. You had brothers down in the chat last night that was saying about me saying the N-word in the story. You know, all right, this is what I was saying. You know, first of all, that's the advantage of being an author. When you write stuff, it depends on what you write, and if it's a fictional story, sky's the limit. The characters, sky's the limit. You must make the characters seem real as possible in order to make the story seem real. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what kind of story you write, and that's why when you're in the military, your rifle is your weapon. Your rifle is your life. As an author, your pen is your weapon. Your brain is your weapon, because you might not have to use a pen. You can just go straight to the computer, speak it out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, stories are meant to start off a certain way and end a certain way. A brother can't get at the beginning of the story because, see, you ain't going to like a lot of my books. If you look at the beginning of the story and say you don't like the way they talking, you know what I'm saying? Because peep this out. Because I'm going to show you something. I don't just like to talk this shit. I want to show you something real quick. You know what I'm saying? One book, Kilos and Palm Trees. That's about my life, autobiography, biography, however you want to say it. I wrote that about me. You know what I'm saying? Next book, that book been a #1 seller around my way. #1 seller across, not on no New York Times list, #1 seller for me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, got another book called Change. And I wrote all these 2016, 2015, 14. This called Change, and a lot of y'all brothers who don't like explicit language, don't like the N-word, you know what I'm saying? This book right here is about a black guy who didn't like white brothers. So you can imagine what he calling them. You know what I'm saying? Fictional stories. You gotta speak stuff. You gotta learn how to create stuff. So imagine what he call them. He don't like white people, period. You know why? You only find it, I ain't gonna tell you why, but I'll go ahead and tell you why. His mama was raped by a white man. You know what I'm saying? When he was young, he never realized and learned how to forgive and know that was that one man that did it, not the whole race of people. You can't blame all of them for what one person did. So this brother had a hatred so much for white people. You know what changed him? Going to the military. He was bummed out on the street. He couldn't get no more bread. You know what I'm saying? He had to go figure out a way. So he bumped into a recruiter. He ended up going to the military. And when he went to the military, his whole life changed. You know what I'm saying? His whole life changed. From the first part, his life changed because when he jumped in the pool to do the swimming test, he started struggling. Not at the beginning, but he started struggling before it was over. He liked to drown. And guess what? While he bound about to drown, the people telling him nobody to jump in. A white brother jumped in, risked him getting kicked out. He jumped in, saved him. He was saved by a white brother. So now he's looking at white people differently. You know what I'm saying? So you start off at the book one way, but then as you grow in the book, it starts getting another way. You know what I'm saying? Another way. And then by the end of the book, it's a whole different way of thinking, a whole different process. And that's all it is to it when it comes to being an author, man. You wouldn't understand that. You can't compare you reading sporting dog journals and damn Richard Stratton books to what I'm talking about. Writing fictional stories and that type of stuff. Richard Stratton is more like a biography type when it comes to pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing too hard about talking about pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing too hard about that. It really don't take a whole lot of creativity to write a book about pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? It takes creativity to put your book together, to format your book, to put the pictures here, the stories here, the pictures here. That's going to take the creativity, So I can't say that man not a creative person because he's an author just like I am or the next person is, But it's different levels. It's different levels to this thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as I know, Mr. Richard Stratton don't write fictional books. He don't write sci-fi books. You know what I'm saying? He don't write all the other stuff. He wrote pit bull books. And you know what I'm saying? So brothers got to understand, you're not reading one of them kind of books. You reading or you listening to a fictional story. My author name is Black Spielberg. You heard of Steven Spielberg, right? So I'm Black Spielberg when it comes to the authors. You know what I'm saying? So you listen to a Black Spielberg or a Pelican Bay audiobook, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, brothers just not used to being civilized. You know what I'm saying? Brothers down in the chat talking about stuff that don't even matter. Don't even matter, man. Let me show you another book so you think I ain't capping. Deception 1, Deception 2. About a girl from Baltimore who came up in the streets taking care of her family, and then she ended up being a jack girl. And this is told through her eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from a woman's standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in Baltimore, came up in the Baltimore streets. She was working and all that, but she lost her job somehow or another. But she ended up being a jack girl with her homegirls. For folk who don't know what a jack girl is, get them boys who like to spend that bread, they holler at them, get up in a room somewhere, you think you getting some ass, but you about to get that gap. You about to get that steal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody walk in behind you, you know how it go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got Deception 1, Deception 2. I got The South Will Rise. The South Will Rise. North Korea shot an MEP, shot an MEP out of space, blew it up. It made all of North America, the northern side of the hemisphere, lights go off. You know what I'm saying? Power go off, power grids destroyed. You know, so everything from North America, and then maybe actually it was all North America in the book. All North America powers out at one time. All the power goes off at one time. No watches working, no new model cars, no traffic lights, no airplanes. Airplanes immediately fall out the sky when the power grid go dead. Immediately, you know, start crashing. You know what I'm saying? The South will rise because the South is who they have to depend on to bring this country back, because we know how to cultivate. We got the land, we got the water wells. We don't need none of this technology to survive down south. We got our own food, own meat, own everything. You know, that's why it was called The South Will Rise. Then I got another book, you know what I'm saying, called Belly of the Beast. You know what I'm saying? Belly of the Beast. You ain't dealing with just no fly-by-night Alpha Supreme X. I ain't just doing this shit to fit in, homie. You know what I'm saying? I took my time out and wrote these shits, fam. You know what I'm saying? When I'm writing these all the strength of these books gonna get me and my family about that shit that we in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I say the shit we in, I mean the atmosphere, you know, being around folk who don't care about life, being around folk with no aspirations, no dreams, none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Being in a place where people think just like you. You know what I'm saying? It is all it is to it when I wrote these things, man. I ain't wrote them for kicks for you. You know, a lot of y'all brothers can't read. So I have to do audio books. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all brothers can't read. And it just is what it is. You want to learn the latest rap song. You want to teach your kids the latest rap songs, the latest this and the latest that, and they can't even fucking say their ABCs. And you can't read. You know what I'm saying? But you know how to slang that iron. You know how to sell a little bit of work. But you can't read, so you ain't gonna never do nothing in the business side of the world. You ain't gonna never do nothing with the loans. You ain't gonna never do nothing with the credit. None of that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. All you good folk is knocking another brother. That's why I said at the beginning of the show, it'll never be another Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Never. You know, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, and then I got this story right here, a buck story about a dog from the Charleston area, fictional story about a dog who came up and he had some type of gift, you know, some type of thing when people touched him. You know, he healed people. He was just that special dog. Like Lassie them couldn't compare to him. He wasn't trained, but he just had that gift. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let you read it if you want to read it. But that was called a buck story.
A teenager is charged with a felony in Marion County after he shot his dog with a BB gun. According to the Marion County Sheriff's officials, the 14-year-old posted a video of him shooting the dog on Snapchat. The female dog named Autumn was taken to a pet emergency clinic in Ocala, where the vet found 4 BBs embedded in her skin. The teenager admitted to the deputies the dog had just been sitting on the porch when he shot her. He's charged with a felony for aggravated animal cruelty. The teen has since been released from jail to the custody of his father.
New from our New Jersey newsroom, a Burlington County man who shot a neighbor's dog with an air rifle, causing the animal to be euthanized, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. William Stromo pleaded guilty to possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose and animal cruelty. He shot and wounded a 9-year-old Pomeranian poodle named Toby back in 2019. The dog had to be put down because the injuries were so severe. A judge also ordered Stromo to pay restitution to Toby's owners for veterinary care.
Albuquerque man accused of shooting a family's dog with a pellet gun took a plea deal today. David Wiegand's neighbor, Javier Baca, says his cameras captured Wiegand shooting the dog on several occasions back in 2020. Today, Wiegand pled no contest to 1 count of extreme cruelty to animals. Under the deal, he's required to pay about $1,100 in restitution for the dog's medical bills and any counseling for the kids. If that is paid within 90 days, he will serve 18 months of probation.
Now, I see why them folks say people like that don't need no dogs, and why they told Buck City Kennels he can't have no dogs. You know what I'm saying? I see why they say that. You know, they don't need none, man. They don't need none. It's just plain out and simple. But I ain't finished. Today is pellet gun day for all them assholes that be shooting them dogs across the country with pellet guns, and you got caught. You know what I'm saying? And you got caught.
After 2 years of waiting, animal welfare advocates and family members watched and waited for Judge Davis to announce her sentencing decision for Elmer Givens. Givens was arrested in March of 2021 and charged with 74 counts of animal cruelty and 1 count of animal fighting. Givens pleaded guilty to 10 of those charges.
It was very disturbing.
Kirsten Gregory of Pasado Safe Haven has been watching the case develop and says it's vital that Givens be punished for the abuse of dozens of dogs.
Over 107 dogs that we know of were abused and neglected by him. Some were shot with BB guns, some were severely malnourished and emaciated. So, I mean, the level of seriousness of this crime against animals is pretty huge.
On counts 2 through 10.
The prosecuting attorney recommended Givens serve 6 months in prison. And Givens' attorney argued that anything longer than that could severely impact his family. But given the nature of the crimes, the judge disagreed.
Reaching a sentence that is sufficient enough to reach the desired effect and impress upon you the seriousness of your crime. That's from your attorney. I do not believe that 6 months is sufficient.
She went on to add another 4 months, which means Givens will serve a total of 10 months in prison. He'll then be placed on probation for the next 2 years.
I hope this sends a message that law enforcement, animal control, and our prosecutors and judges take these crimes very seriously and be warned.
Givens is also banned from owning, possessing, or residing with an animal from here on in. Givens is also banned from owning, possessing, or residing with an animal from here on in. Meanwhile, Gregory says she's excited about legislation that's made it to the governor's desk that will make getting animals out of abusive situations easier and will happen sooner. But for now, we're live in Tacoma. Lionel Donovan, King 5 News.
Now, I want to send a big salute and big shout out to all my brothers that do the gang thing. But let me tell you like this here. I don't give a damn about that shit. I'm not from that era. Like I told you before, and I don't care less about your color. I ain't gonna disrespect what you got going on. I ain't gonna be in your way. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't about to make me care about that shit, and you ain't about to make me feel like I'm gonna feel just like I wanna feel. Like I say, I can care less about a damn gang, a color, or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you feel any kind of way, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of the civilian world. You know, stay in your world where you at. You know what I'm saying? Me as a civilian shouldn't be even have to worry about you with none of your gang stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go intimidate somebody with a gun. Somebody that want to bang back with you. You know what I'm saying? Go do all that. Brothers be, boy, look here. Boy, look at here. Like I say, man, salute to all them brothers. In my head, it's all about respect. You know what I'm saying? It's all about respect at the end of the day. Especially when you're going to do the same thing the next man going to do. You know, it's all about who get who first, I guess. Now, something I'm going to mention I heard brothers talking about, Barracuda. Barracuda being a mixed dog. You know, what are y'all coming up with this stuff just to talk about it? Y'all coming up with this stuff just to talk about it, or, you know, or you got some facts or anything to go behind it? You know, any type of facts or anything to go behind it. Because this dog's big, y'all not used to bulldogs. They're not Eli dogs. They're not cowboy dogs. They're not none of them kind of dogs. They red boy Jocko dogs. Big dogs. They supposed to be Barracuda and Mayday them size. All the dogs from back in the days, them yellow dogs was a whole lot bigger than these yellow dogs you see now. You know what I'm saying? Them yellow dogs back in the days, 4, 5, 6 months old, you could put them on a damn grown dog because they was big enough to do it. These ain't the same yellow dogs that was out back in the days, so stop looking at your dogs in your yard talking about Barracuda's a damn mixed breed dog. Mayday is a mixed breed dog when them dogs are straight pit bulls. A different line of pit bulls. They're not the line that you got on your yard. And if you have any dealings with them lines, you would know to come out your mouth or anybody else's mouth, you know, about them dogs being mixed breed dogs. Now, we all look at the dogs and say they have the hound dogish look. Hound dogish look. But when you breed in certain kind of dogs, and then you breed these dogs with these dogs, you breed these dogs with them dogs, you start getting dogs that look certain ways, you know? So if you feel like Barracuda's a mixed breed dog, any of my brothers and sisters, who did the mixed breeding? The people who bred Barracuda? Why would they do that for? See, a lot of brothers don't understand when a brother even do anything like that. If a brother did decide to do anything to put another kind of dog into that dog, it's because of the inbreeding that's in that dog, and he know that that's going to open up the gene pool. So if I put this hound dog in him, that's going to open up the gene pool. Now we select the breed, we keep the best ones off of this, and we keep it back into the program, and we just keep breeding it, but saying it's coming off of something else. They only doing that when it's tight stuff. You find brothers with tight stuff, and Barracuda and Mayday them wasn't bred that tight. Oh yeah, Red Boy and all them was, and Yellow was. You know what I'm saying? But Mayday had this Bolio and all the other, the little cross in with them. But I guess when we went back to Barracuda, you went back with more of the Jocko stuff. See? Y'all looking at dogs and talking about dogs, you don't even know the history of these dogs. You don't know the structure of these Jocko and Red Boy dogs and Red Boy Jocko and Yellow brothers and cousins and offspring and all that. You don't know nothing about how these dogs supposed to and used to look, but you looking at how the pictures of the dogs, some of the few dogs you can see from back in the days, and now you're coming up with assumptions like they mixed breed, you know? Well, that's fine. That left more of them dogs for us to buy. You know, ask them brothers when they put them on them, did they scrap like they was mixed breed? You know, did it give them any kind of feeling like they was mixed breed rollers? Now, one thing I will tell a brother, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, what the brothers need to do is take them a hound dog and mix with a pit bull, you know, and see if you get you a Mayday. Go take you a hound dog, mix with your pit bull, and see if you get you a Mayday. I ain't talking about a pit bull that's scrapping and then he a champion. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about take your regular pit bull, breed him with a hound dog, and see if he look like Mayday. If he have the same big head, ears, and all that. See if he look like Mayday. Bet you he won't. Bet you he won't. Salute to the brother Eli Monster saying about all the good dog men in North Carolina. Shout out to all the good, great dog men in North Carolina. I'm going to tell you like this here, though. All I'm going to say is Red Boy, Yellow, Mayday, Mr. Chavis. That's all I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to talk about because them lions all of them run. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about no Eli shit. None of that. None of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Period. And look at a lot of y'all brothers' pedigrees, you don't care about it either. And them same people I just called in y'all pedigrees. Went down the street to Mr. Chavis' house. Could have went down the street to Mr. Puckett house. Mr. Burns and all them right around the corner. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, that whole circuit, most, except for Mr. Chavis and all them, that's different people that's going down towards that Monk's Corner or Charleston Way and different ways down there, them going down that way. A lot of us was on that borderline, going from Myrtle Beach all the way down to damn Spartanburg. You know what I'm saying? That top border, from south of the border, right on that border of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Right there on that border. I take 500 steps and I'm in North Carolina. Right now. Maybe 1,000, you know what I'm saying? Jump in the car, take about a 15-minute ride, I'm in North Carolina. You know? It just is what it is, man. Good bulldogs everywhere, but at the end of the day, them boys y'all reading them stories about, a lot of them that y'all arguing about all the time, right here in South Carolina, from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Played heavy. If they wasn't from South Carolina, they did all their dirt in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? All that red man stuff y'all talking about and all them. Oh, man, all right. Big salute to my North Carolina Bulldogs, though, because one thing you don't do is let somebody get down in that chat and try to cause confusion between real Bulldoggers. You know what I'm saying? Between real Bulldoggers, you know? And that's all it is to it, man. Just got to keep it 100 with it. Just got to keep it 100 with it. Now, let's get into some questions. Let's get into some questions. I do got some questions. You know what I'm saying? I do got some questions. Why nobody answered the question I asked y'all a couple days ago? Why? Somebody answer this for me. Old school person, anybody. Why Mr. Chavis started Jocko line without doing 4 generations of breeding? Why Mr. Crenshaw started Jeep line without doing 4 generations of breedings? Why Bass started Red Boy line without doing 4 generations of breedings? Why Victor started Mayday line without doing 4 generations of breedings? But y'all modern day folks say I need 4 generations of breedings to start your own line. And I tell y'all, that's because y'all thinking the way y'all really living. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been in that square. Y'all ain't got dirty. You know what I'm saying? If you know to get dirty, when you got your dog dirty, when you made a name for that dog, that was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. Honey Bunch. All the other great dogs. Dog men just went and bought them from another dog man. Made a name for them dogs. And now you got a line of them dogs that you breeding and you bragging about off of that man just going out there making a name for that dog. Ain't had nothing to do with breeding. Period. You know, once your dog is famous, he famous. That's a line. It's all about being famous. Yeah, you can say all that 4 gen because that's what they telling you at them registrations so they can get your fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Make that dog a name is what we talking about. You know, make that dog a name. Okay. All right. Like I said, it is what it is. Nobody answer that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I just named got a line of dogs that y'all got in y'all yard right now, and none of them did no breedings with it. They made a name for their dog and got you with that line of dogs in your yard, and now you need a whole damn 10 years to start your line. You need 10 years to start it when that old man only need 10 months to get that dog in shape, get that dog out there and make a name for him. You know what I'm saying? But that's the difference between y'all modern day Generation Z dog people and the dog people we came up around. You know what I'm saying? Dog people we came up around. I got some questions here. You know what I'm saying? I got some questions. Since y'all want to know about Barracuda being mixed, I still, like I say, I got folk calling my name and I still ain't got no answers yet. I asked Mark Cunt, why you bought Sanchez as a sterile dog and now how you got puppies of a sterile dog, Sanchez? You know, is what I'm trying to figure out. And Mark Cunt, did you keep all the papers to them dogs that them people took from you back in the days and now you still selling dogs off them old school dogs that you had? But they ain't the same dogs. You know, you just get a litter of yellow puppies and you just register them on all your old papers. You know, but how you get puppies off Sanchez when everybody know he's sterile? You know, and how you get them Rottweilers off a double bred hog dog? And this is all because of your boy Buck City. How you get them Rottweiler colors Mark Cunt off them hog dogs, and why you bought Sanchez knowing he was sterile and now you still got puppies off of him, and how you made puppies off of him, and why you bought Hercules from Chico Lopez knowing he was a damn loser and we got proof he's a loser. And why would you get him to stud him out? You ain't got him down as a loser? Yeah, Hercules, no. All this because of your boy Buck. Pelican Buck. Can't have no dogs Buck. Bragging about money, but we never see nothing Buck. Talk to his girl about me, Buck. Hey, it is what it is though, man. It is what it is. Hey, one thing about it, see, I see why Supreme be on that dude Buck City channel, because he intimidated to be around real dog men. You know, you'll go on a channel where a dude can't have no dogs. You done seen he keep his dogs and shit. So that's why I tell you, brothers like to be around brothers they feel better than. Or they feel like they can, and they're not intimidated by. These brothers be intimidated by people, strong people, no matter if it's a woman or a man. You know, if it's a strong person with their own mind, they're intimidated by them, man. You know, even the gangsters, they all intimidated. They want you to be a clock with a battery in your back. When they see you ain't that clock with that battery in their back, they get intimidated. Oh man, we can't fuck with him. We gotta stay from around him. That's why I tell y'all, man. That's why y'all'll never be shit. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to say it. I'm gonna say it the way it is. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? The swamps, this dog game will never be shit. It ain't gonna never be shit 30, 40, 50 years down the line. Worse and worse and worse. You know? And that's all it is to it, man. Now, get into some more news real quick. Let me take y'all to a couple cockfighting busts. Got a big cockfighting bust to my brothers who like to mess with them cocks. You know, I always speak on them cocks and stuff because I got my time in with them. You know what I'm saying? I got more time in with them cocks than these brothers got time in with dogs that's mentioned in my name. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, Buck, tell us about Michael Myers while I tell us about some cock action. Tell these brothers how I used to condition my cock and how I used to do it. You know what I'm saying? Back in my days. One thing we used to always know, two birds fighting ain't illegal. It's the betting, the gambling on the two birds that make that joint illegal. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be trying to figure out which one of these birds about to go in my frying pan. You know what I'm saying? We about to see which rooster is the best rooster on my yard. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you standing around in a circle, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We about to see which rooster is the best rooster in my yard. Which one lose, he go in the frying pan. The other one make more eggs for us to eat later on in the winter throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about cockfighting. Cocks, different than yard chickens. 100% different than yard chickens. Number one difference, you cannot touch a yard chicken. Once you pick a yard chicken up, it starts hollering, going crazy. Yard chickens they're not human, they're not domesticated. You know, cocks, they will let you carry them. They will let you hold them. You can pet them like a dog while they're in your arms. You know, they may buck a little bit and flap a little bit when you first grab them, but once you grab them, they calm, they just chilling. You can walk up and down the street with the cock in your hand. You know what I'm saying? With the bird in your hand. It don't sound good me saying it. With the bird in your hand, walk up and down the street. You know, just a different kind of animal. All right, when it came to condition them, they get conditioned just like your dogs get conditioned. I used to have a piece of plywood. I have it tilted. Take it and throw the bird up the plywood. Let them run down it. Let them run down it over and over and over. You throw them up in the air, you know, so he can just flap his wings and practice getting his wings stronger. You even giving them proteins and injectables and stuff the same way you give the dogs, you giving it to the birds. I used to get the bird stuff from the same place I got the dog stuff from. You know what I'm saying? Giving them the B12, giving them all that same stuff. You know, but only thing about giving a bird all that stuff, that gonna have to be a bird that you're not eating. You know, you got to keep all that in play. If you just see, because we had birds back then that we was just playing with. Just on a Sunday, if you want to bullshit around, we'll go get the birds and let's have some action. You know what I'm saying? A bird is a whole lot easier than a dog back then. Go take two birds, let them go. You ain't got no healing up hardly to do. No spurs on them. You don't got no gaves. Gaves is the knives and the little things like ice picks. You know what I'm saying? You don't got none of that stuff on them. You know, straight natural spurs. So when they got natural spurs, they don't hurt each other the same way. You know what I'm saying? You just let them go. Whoever win, the other one will end up trying to get away. You know, if not, he don't try to get away. He's staying there. Y'all come up with whoever did the most beating up. You know what I'm saying? Jumping all on the other one. And you take them and tie them up. We used to keep them tied up by their leg, just like I got these rubber bands on. You had a tie up on their leg on the top side of their spur, so it wouldn't go over their spur. You know, and it had a little string, a little rope that went down to a axle or whatever, just like a dog. And if you was into cocks, you have 10 chickens on the yard, all of them tied on leashes, just like a dog. All of them tied on chains, just like a dog. So when I had 2 or 3, and they had their own chain spot. You know what I'm saying? They had their own chain spot. You had a bucket of water right there. You had a food bucket, if they know their corn or whatever, and they gonna eat whatever on the ground outside of that. You know, I had a Sambo broke loose one time and got hold of one that was in the cage. No, other than that, they pretty much get away or try to fight the dogs until they can get away. You know, but it was fun, man. But like I said, that was back in the days. I had my time doing a little all the dirt, you know what I'm saying? But Like I said, it's a learning lesson. Something I could talk about now because of the fact that I have rehabbed myself. You know what I'm saying? I made myself understand that it got to be a different way, to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a different way to enjoy yourself with your animals. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't help how the next man thinking or how the next man living or the next man mentality ain't reached that level yet. A lot of y'all, like I said, y'all stuck on stupid. Some of y'all never even hang around regular people in school. And you out here in the public now still showing your ass, and it shows. It shows. You ain't out there doing nothing, hurting nobody. But when you open your mouth and say certain things, it just shows. A lot of y'all wasn't around regular people in school, And like I said, I gave you the audio book because a lot of y'all motherfuckers can't read. You know what I'm saying? Forget saying don't read. Some of y'all motherfuckers can't read. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if I put this thing in my face and I read it to y'all, I may stop or I may stutter a little bit because I may not be used to reading off a page in front of people or something like that, or something like, or whatever. But I can read each one of them, every one of them words, know what it means, and let you know what it means when I'm reading it to you. You know what I'm saying? I can comprehend. A lot of brothers can't even comprehend. Can't comprehend, man. But like I said, when it comes to that fat bill stuff, you gotta keep that away from me. You know what I'm saying? The man ain't saying nothing about me. You know what I'm saying? The man, me and that man cool. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he ain't got no reason to say nothing about me. The same reason I ain't got no reason to say nothing about him. And ain't nobody gonna be down in my chat to be talking about him. And then next thing you know, somebody in the chat talking about him. Then next thing you know, y'all run over to his chat and start talking about what Pelican Bay was over there. Oh, in Pelican Bay chat, they talking about fat bill, this and that in Pelican Bay. Now you're making it look like I said it. Or I'm talking about that brother. Nah, man. We gotta stop some of this shit here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I said, without this YouTube, I'm still friends with my friends in the dog game. You know what I'm saying? I've still got dogs in the dog game. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault, brothers. Now, keep that thing going, man. Keep that thing going. Salute to all them brothers and sisters down in the chat right now, man. Big shout out to you. Big salute and shout out to them brothers and sisters that's listening from afar that is not down in the chat. Big salute to them brothers and sisters that gonna watch this video whenever they get off work or whenever they get time or whenever they get bored or whenever. That's rocking with the Bay. Go and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Now, I got some more news real quick for my brothers who know about the Iditarod. We got some Iditarod dogs, and now PETA is trying to step in. They're trying to stop the Iditarod. They've been trying to stop it for a while now. For the brothers and sisters that don't know what the Iditarod is, it's the Alaskan sled race that happens once a year up in Alaska. Where the guys ride about 1,000 miles with the sled dogs across the country. And what it's doing is representing the guy that made the serum run back in the days when they had some type of virus. One of them plagues that hit up there in Nome or one of them places up there around Alaska. When the virus hit, the guy went so far to get the serum and he came back with it. So that's what that particular race supposed to represent every year. The guy, how he did it. So they trying to stop the Iditarod because several dogs died this year as well as last year during the race. You know what I'm saying? Dogs running and just dying, and the animal activists and all that stuff, they get involved with that and they trying to shut the Iditarod down now, saying it's cruelty to the animals. Now we talking about sled dogs. Like Iverson say, practice. We talking about sled dogs in the snow. I guess we just got to have reindeers in the snow. When it comes to snow and getting pulled and took somewhere, you got to have reindeers on some fairy tale shit. You know what I'm saying? Sled dogs can't pull in the snow. PETA, what you want? That's why I tell you, American dogs that's created here in America, most of the time aren't up the standards of the quality of dog when that dog was originated. You know what I'm saying? America screws up all the breeds. And look at PETA trying to screw up the sled dogs. 30 years from now, they want a sled dog to look like a sled dog, but attacking people and acting not like sled dogs. But he looked like a sled dog. Can't pull worth for nothing. Back problems, hip problems, health problems. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. But yeah, they trying to stop the Iditarod. I'm about to let y'all check the video out. You know what I'm saying? This is something I be watching and something I be paying attention to because I like the Iditarod. I like anything when it comes to dogs, and I'm into the Iditarod because of the fitness that them dogs have to be in, the fitness that them brothers have to be in, and you know what I'm saying? Hey, actually myself, if I was in that area, I'd try to compete in something like that. You know what I'm saying? Staying out on the wilderness for a week time, making it through that ice, scary situations, grinding situations, times where you know it's all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. Nothing like competing. You know what I'm saying? With your partner or your dog. You know? So I just look at it like another competition. You know what I'm saying? But y'all check this out. Dogs dead. They're trying to stop the Iditarod. My brothers and sisters who rock with Iditarod, who support the Iditarod, y'all keep supporting it. You know what I'm saying? I support the Iditarod. I support the people that ride the Iditarod. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check this video out.
New this morning from the Iditarod, sadly, yet another dog has died on the trail. The dog was part of Hunter Keefe's race team. It happened roughly 35 miles outside of Caltag en route to Unalakleet. The dog named George was 4 years old. Several attempts were made to revive him. Race marshal says a necropsy will be performed to determine the cause of death. This comes after rookie Isaac Tieford scratched after losing a dog from his team. Bog, a 2-year-old male race dog, collapsed at approximately 200 feet from the Nalato checkpoint. At the time, an Iditarod veterinarian approached the team to perform CPR, but unfortunately, Bog did not survive. A necropsy was completed, but the cause of death remains undetermined.
Now, back to Barracuda. My brothers who say Barracuda's mixed, I guess y'all will say Big John was mixed too. You know why you don't say Big John was mixed? Because you never seen them. Only way you seen Big John was them 2 little pictures that you got on Google. You know what I'm saying? The only 2 pictures you got. You don't see all these other pictures. You know what I'm saying? And plus, the pictures wasn't out there like that because a lot of brothers didn't. He wasn't as popular as Barracuda. Let me put it like that. If you seen Big John, I guess you say he mixed too. You know? It just shows the era that a lot of brothers was in. You know? Shows the era, man. I tell y'all every day, them dogs was big-bodied dogs. You know what I'm saying? Big dogs, man. Big dogs. I mean, everybody's opinion, I just don't think they was mixed dogs. I can agree with y'all that they got that hound doggish look. And I'm talking about them 2 particular dogs, Mayday and Barracuda. I'm not talking about the whole pit bull game in general. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I made a comment on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to my brothers that dropped down in the chat in the comments when I said Tornado, Honey Bunch, Queen of Hearts, and then I said, and then it's Mellow Yellow. What I was saying, I wasn't comparing her to none of them dogs. I was saying, y'all brothers, y'all always want to talk about them females that I named out, Queen of Hearts, Tornado, Honey Bunch, this and that. I said, to me, it's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was making that statement for. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be that Honey Bunch, that Tornado, or that so-and-so for modern day time. You know what I'm saying? That one that you want to puppy off because they throwing that ice. You know what I'm saying? That fire. You know, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me see if I got any more of that dog news for y'all, man. You know, we was talking about the cockfighting. I don't even think I gave y'all the video. You know what I'm saying? But check it out, right? The cockfighting bus. I got 2 cockfighting buses. So y'all check it out. Cockfighting bus 1. Let's get into it.
10, a follow-up on a developing story we brought you first over the weekend. A large-scale illegal cockfighting ring bust right here in Potter County.
News Channel 10 Sydney Batzloff has been following this story closely.
Potter County deputies came across a large cockfighting event this past weekend with around 50 spectators. There were multiple arrests in this bust, and nearly 200 fighting roosters were rescued by Wild West Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. Cage after cage. filled with roosters from last weekend's cockfighting ring bust. This is one of the 5 enclosures set up at Wild West Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. 170 roosters were taken from the scene. 13 of them had to be euthanized.
A lot of them were already, their cavity of the bird was sliced right open. We could see organs in the inside. You could just see that they were defeated. They were not trying to fight. They were just in so much pain and they were suffering.
Evidence of cockfighting was also taken from the scene, including a razor spur. Believe it or not, this was one of the smaller ones. To put into perspective the size of the event, officials say it's unprecedented.
This is one of the biggest ones they've ever seen in the state of Texas. That usually a normal cockfighting ring is in between 15 and 20 birds.
We have learned of 3 arrests by Potter County Sheriff's Office, 2 in relation to cockfighting and 1 narcotics charge. Potter County Sheriff's Office tells us several individuals on the scene were unlawfully in the United States and have been turned over to ICE and are awaiting deportation. Plus, all spectators are facing consequences.
Every person that was out there received a Class C misdemeanor ticket. It is illegal to witness or watch a cockfighting event.
As for the future of the surviving roosters, cases have been filed with the county attorney's office and the DA, and now it's up to the courts.
Do it again, right back into it again. Cockfighting bust number 2. You know what I'm saying? No hesitation. Let's get into it.
9FM. South Jersey police have arrested more than 50 people in connection to a large-scale cockfighting ring. This past weekend, officers received a warrant to search a home in Galloway Township. They found a large crowd around a cockfighting ring and at least 50 roosters. The roosters were placed in cages and boxes. 4 dogs and over $37,000 in cash was found on the property. The homeowner, Jose Madera, is charged with numerous animal cruelty offenses, resisting arrest, among other charges. Court dates for everybody involved have not yet been scheduled.
Now, still giving y'all the news, still giving y'all the dog talk. Big shout out, big salute to my brothers that just tuned in. My sisters that just tuned in. Don't forget to hit that like button. You're rocking with the Bay, man. You're rocking with the Bay. Like I said, I'm here today to show y'all, man, why they get mad, why they so jealous, why they hate, why they wanna play your hate on me. Now, we got some sad news because we got a 2-year-old who was killed by a dog, a situation, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, like I always say, can't stress responsibility enough. Can't stress responsibility enough. Sometimes it's the dog's fault. Sometimes it's the people's fault. But all the time, the owners of the dogs are going to get blamed. So, you might want to just try to up the game, up your responsibility game or how you doing your thing. But we got a 2-year-old man killed by a dog. PB canines giving it to you the way I always do. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all check it out.
One officials say the 2-year-old boy was at a neighbor's house here near TR Christian Road in New Hope, and he was killed and attacked by their dog. Now, that neighbor talked to me off camera, and he says his husky was responsible for the attack and that it was taken away by animal control. Now, that same neighbor says his other dog was also taken by animal control, but he doesn't think that one was involved in the attack here in New Hope tonight. Investigators and deputies with the Madison County Sheriff's Office first arrived on the scene shortly before 5:30 tonight. The coroner tells us the child sustained fatal bite wounds and died at the scene. At this point, officials are still working to determine what caused the attack and how the toddler got into the neighbor's yard. As we mentioned, tonight marks the 2nd time this week alone that a child here in North Alabama has been killed following a dog attack. And a spokesperson with the Madison County Coroner's Office says an autopsy will be performed this upcoming week in Huntsville. And as we continue to learn more from law enforcement, we'll continue to keep you updated both on air and online at WHNT.com. For now, live in New Hope, Daryl Burke, News 19.
Still giving it to you the way I always do. Got more news. We got a 14-year-old who was chased down by a dog walking to the bus stop early in the morning. Walking to the bus stop, 14 years old. I couldn't imagine being that young child, just thinking you're going to school to see your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or to bug out or have fun at school, and then you walk up on a dog, and then all of a sudden they just start chasing you and attack you. Horrible situation, man. Horrible situation. Like I said, we'll talk about it. Y'all watch the video, and we'll talk about it later. But 14-year-old attacked by dog walking to bus.
A teenage boy recovering after being bit by an off-the-leash pit bull mix.
The 14-year-old was walking to the school bus around 7:30 in the morning when the incident happened in the 1300 block of Callaway Street. The teen was treated at East Tennessee Children's Hospital. He had severe injuries on his face.
Yeah, the owner of the dog was charged with 1 count of dangerous dog level 2 and 1 count of improper restraint. The dog is now being held at Young Williams for a pending court hearing.
Now, before I get out of here, you know what I'm saying? I want to get back on that Fat Bill thing. Because brothers are saying, like, I'm letting him call you something. I don't got nothing to do with he called you on his channel. For one, like I said earlier. Or brother act like I heard something he said and I just, like, I'm cool with. Listen, half of the stuff y'all hear, I don't hear. You know what I'm saying? Half of the stuff y'all hear, I don't hear. Or I don't see. It just is what it is, man. That you either want dog stuff or you want the mess. And like I said, it seems like y'all run to the mess. And then you wonder why your dog game don't be up to par. You got brothers like Thompson getting up there, asking brother going hard, them sounding like a straight groupie, sounding like a straight newbie, asking questions that you should have knew when you first got in the dog game, talking about you selling all these high quality dogs. But you start seeing that these brothers, they just getting into dogs. Then they get mad at me because what? They expect me to stay on their level. They expect me to be below their level when I ain't trying to be stuck in those swamps. You know what I'm saying? I see how it is. I just had enough balls to go up in it and make it up out of it. It just is what it is. Y'all brothers calling brothers. How y'all gonna be calling home and the nanny dog on live on the channel? Like, y'all doing the corniest stuff, man. Y'all doing the corniest stuff to call yourself dog men. I don't see how Maul Cunt keep giving you dogs. Birds of a feather must flock together. There's no way in hell a person out here doing all that corny shit Buck City doing. Listen here, man. Different folks for different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. All I ask, I still ain't got no answers for it. Why Sanchez making puppies and he ain't got no sperm? Maul Cunt, can you vouch for Michael Myers? Can Buck City vouch for Michael Myers? We know he make puppies. But he was supposed to be a champion in the 90s. He was supposed to be a champion in the 90s. Now, Maul Cunt, you can just tell me you playing football or something. That'll be your excuse. Boy, look at here, boy. Y'all boys better stop spending that money and buying all them champions. Them boys just naming them champions and sell them to you. You must be heard me on my last video. Word is, you make a dog a champion and just call him a champion and have somebody to vouch for you, and you can go sell them to Maul Cunt. Say he buy everybody champions. Tell Buck City to stay out my shit. I told y'all last week. At the end of the day, you got brothers with nothing going on with themselves, period. Looking for clout. Looking for likes. Looking for views. Listen here, man. Pelican Bay Canines, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay legal, and I'm out.
And what love endures, nothing reaches above you, for I'm so completely yours. Wait a minute. To hear folks chatter, and I know you cheat.
Well, that shit up tough, man.
Right or wrong, don't matter when you're with me.
Kill confirmed.